Hello friends, how are you? So I am now doing wood burning, and I seen on YouTube that someone put their name on the chopping board. So I said, okay, I'll try it. So I have the wood burning kit, and I have the letters here. And I started my son-in-law's name, which is Janelle, and I am going to continue his name. So I already have the L in, so I'm using buttons to kind of space it evenly, and I'm using the ruler. I pre-drew a line evenly across the chopping board, and I'm going to kind of just go in and slowly press. You want to rock it so that it imprints evenly, but not rock it too hard. And it's hot, so you can see I didn't press hard enough, so I want to go again really slowly, and you want to rock. And then his L came out. You can actually smell the smoke. It's so funny. And then I just have these buttons laying around in a little tray. And I'm using the buttons so that it can be pretty much even. And I'm going to slowly press down. You want to kind of rock. And that's his name. So this thing is extremely hot. You want to use pliers that came with my bead working kit. And I use kind of hold it and grab it from the top. And this cord is going to kind of, I don't know if you can see the cord. The cord is going to kind of wrap around, but you want to hold it away from your body so that you don't get burned. And hold on to it so it doesn't fall on your project, and hold tight and just let it. I'm using an top from just a canister that's metal, that, it kind of holds heat as well, but it won't burn through. This thing gets extremely hot. Like, I have to let it go because it's getting hot. And then you just kind of place it. So some of your letters, like now I'm going to do my daughter's name, which is Shayani. Some of the letters, the pliers won't grip as well. So, see, it might fall and you don't want it to. So I'm going to just use my hand. I should have a glove on, a heat-resistant glove on, which you can get so you want to kind of just start it. It heats up really well, the letter. It contracts the heat really well. And then just start. Once it's kind of screwed in a little bit, you can kind of tighten it up. And so give it a few minutes so that the letter can grab some of the heat or get hot. You don't want to do it right away. And I also have a test piece that I have even been testing on. So, you can look for the smoke. So these letters, I noticed, I don't know if you can see, this tip here kind of shows which side it can be on. It should be on. The S is kind of the same. But some of them have a tip. Like, let me find. Like the L is still hot. Look, I'm burning myself on camera. See? the E, it has this little edge. And that's where you want to place the letter down. It has this little corner, most of them, to let you know how, if you can see that. See that corner on the top left? Or maybe you're right, but it's the top left. And that lets you know where to place the letter down. So, a little tip that I seen. So now I'm going to move this over. I pre-drew my line. Hopefully my line is... They also gave, I don't know if you can see, this holder to this. You don't want to just be kind of holding the hot tool. So I'm going to set it down so I don't burn myself. And I want to align my ruler right up. And this is a metal ruler, so it helps, but yeah, of course it conducts heat. Okay. And again, I'm starting backwards with my daughter's name so that I can have it flush going this way. Actually, my son-in-law's name is not flush, so I actually need to move it over. So, see. So that's about a little button. So I need to just move it over and then start a button size away from the right corner. So this is my first time recording, and kind of been working with this for about a month now. So now I have to take the S out, which I forgot that I was starting from the right. So again, hold this tight. You don't want it to fall, and hold your pliers tight. This thing is extremely hot. And then put it, let it drop in. Of course it won't drop. There we go. And you can even use the pliers to pick this up because this thing is attracting the heat. Get it off your project. You just want to move really, really carefully. And now I need my eye. But first I need to put a button there. So you just want to go slow for a first time project so that you don't make any mistakes that you can't really erase. So I started it. I started screwing the eye in. And now I'm going to use the plier. Again, you want to hold this tight in your left hand and turn clockwise. So for some reason, the letters aren't going all the way into the tool. You can see how it's extended some. I'm not going to force it. I don't want to break the screw and then I can't use the letter. So, but it still it still gets hot. I don't know if you say conduct, but it still gets pretty hot. So it's okay to it doesn't have to be screwed in all the way in order for you to make the letter marks. So now I'm just going to wait. And you also want to test. You want to test so that you don't mess up your project. So I just bought these stars from Walmart. And you see how that eye is really dark? If you don't want it that dark, don't press too hard. It all depends upon the pressure. Too light, you won't get the right indent or the right impression. So it's kind of a light pressure, but not too light. See, because it's really hot. So that's almost like 1, 2, 3. And see, that's a light mark. So you can either sit down or stand up. I'm kind of sitting down just so that I can brace my elbows, because your elbows loose, you don't have control. So I'm kind of using my elbows and kind of using my wrist so that I can have better control. And then I just slowly go down. And once I hit it, so that one's, so the whole working that I've done already is kind of dark. So then I can't even go too light because then the coloring or the burn won't be the same darkness. So again, you want to test this little top so that you don't burn yourself. And again, hold tight. So I'm holding this steady and I'm moving my left hand. And then you want to kind of let it drop. Okay. And then move that out the way so that you don't get burned. The whole thing is to not get burned. Like, I even think I should have long sleeves on or some gloves on. Okay, and again, I have the letters from the wood burning kit. Oh, the end. I need the end. Let's see. Okay. So I'm going to again start it so that I can get it in, because it can start getting hot really, really fast. So I'm not going to keep you guys. I will come back and show you guys the finished product. So thank you for watching. Be back.